who's MetroParks' landscape architect. We are at Sugarcreek MetroPark. Alex is going to tell us about a really cool project that they have going on that has to do with habitat restoration. All right, stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Alex Clark. I'm the landscape architect at Five Rivers MetroParks. My role here at the park is to work on site design projects, construction projects, and project management types of things. That can go from designing a new day use area with shelters, restrooms, and various games. It can also be doing habitat restoration projects like this one.
Ooh.
The salamander pond here at Sugarcreek is under threat of the increasingly heavy storms that this area receives every year, and what we're doing out here today basically will provide a means of protecting the existing habitat. So what you're seeing here is the existing salamander pond at Sugarcreek MetroPark. What's happening here is they are constructing a dam in the background, and that is designed to protect the habitat that is the salamander pond. It harbors a rare species of spotted salamander, and what has been happening is we've been receiving storms of higher intensities in the last few years. And what you can see in the background there is a dry creek bed, and that creek bed is going to provide a means of slowing down water from a pipe that's coming through the dam. The dam itself will actually hold back water that would normally be rushing through here, and that in turn will protect the salamanders and the eggs that they lay in this habitat. What you're seeing here is the acting as a few things for this project. This is a borrow pit for construction of the dam. This will be retopped with topsoil that exists on site, and will become prairie, a combination of prairie and additional vernal pools and habitat for the spotted salamander. So we're actually increasing the footprint of the spotted salamander habitat. If you look in the background there, you can see the equipment constructing the dam that will protect the existing pond. And the reason we're doing that is because that pond is at the pinch point of this valley, and unless we physically move the pond, which is impossible, then we have to protect that area and slow the water as best we can. The construction of this area will improve the habitat. This was an existing prairie, and we will be reconstructing it to include additional vernal pools. There will be an additional levee here that will improve the trail access that comes through. So that will be sort of a short levee with a couple pipes through it. All of the efforts we just talked about will support MetroParks' mission of conservation and continue to protect the region's natural heritage.
All right, that's it for us here at Sugarcreek. Thanks, Alex. We'll see you guys soon. We're actually going to Germantown right now to hang out with Erin, who's going to tell us a lot of it about these spotted salamanders, and we'll probably get to see one too. Bye.
Thanks, Lauren. As a result of the work that Five Rivers MetroParks is doing to mitigate the runoff at Sugarcreek MetroPark for that pool, we can expect to see an increased healthy population of our spotted salamanders, just like our animal ambassador spotted salamander that you can see here. Now, these salamanders probably look a little bit different than the salamanders you're used to seeing maybe by the creeks. That's because this is a mole salamander, so it's much larger in size. And this one, the spotted salamander, actually has these very beautiful, showy yellow spots. So you may be surprised that you've never seen these with them being bigger and those showy spots that they have. But they actually spend most of their life in underground burrows or under some moist leaf litter. So it's actually not uncommon that people haven't seen these before. But we are going to get a rare glimpse here soon of these guys in early February to March. You can see the spotted salamanders will actually come out. So when we get those first warm rainy nights that maybe aren't our favorites, it is actually perfect for these spotted salamanders. So at that time, large numbers of them will migrate to shallow pools or ponds like the one at Sugarcreek. And when they get there, they will mate and lay egg masses that will remain in those pools and ponds. And then eventually the adults will return back to the terrestrial habitat, back into their burrows and under leaves. But those egg masses then will eventually hatch, and when those egg masses hatch, you'll end up with your salamander larvae. They will spend some time in that pool or pond, and while they're there, they're going to be eating aquatic macroinvertebrates, and that includes our pesky mosquito larvae. And at that time, they're also great indicators of water quality. If we have healthy waters or not having them present indicates that we do have really healthy waters. And then eventually they will also go back to life on land. They'll live the rest of their life on land. And what's really, really pretty cool and amazing about these guys is once they're adults and ready to mate, and it's that warm kind of first rain in February or March, they will go back to that same breeding pool that they hatched out of. But if you're lucky enough to get to try to see some of these guys this year, maybe you know of a breeding pool, a shallow pool or pond where these guys breed, or maybe even at Sugarcreek, you do want to be careful that you don't step on these guys, because there'll be large numbers of them working their way to those ponds and pools. So you always want to watch where you're walking during those times in the evenings, as well as just being respectful of them when you see them and giving them their space. But with these modifications at Sugarcreek MetroPark, we can expect to see these spotted salamanders for years there.